Hey,
us.
hey! What's up? Girl Chat Sports in the house. Mo and Mel here for your West Coast Wednesdays. Looks like, man, it's been a week. It's been a week. March Madness is in full swing. That's one of our hot topics today. We're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about the World Championship of Baseball, which was crazy. It's also why I have my Griffey shirt on because Griffey was one of the coaches for the Team USA, and it was great to see him out there. But we also have stuff to talk about in regards to our Las Vegas sports teams, what's happening out here this weekend, the NBA. I know your Lakers are coming up here shortly to start playing.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about them, the injuries in the NBA, as well as some more NFL news. And I've got a lot of women's highlights from the NCAA just because it's still Women's History Month, even though Mo wants to hide. No, I'm kidding. It's Women's History Month. We're still celebrating until the end of the month. So we definitely want to get it started. And I wanted to start that off with a little video. Let's see what video I want to start with. I want to start with, let's see, let's start with Coach Yo. So Coach Yolette McCain is the women's basketball coach from Ole Miss who beat Stanford. They took down the number one, and she had this great kind of inspirational video.
This is for the people with a dollar and a dream. I'm a little girl from the Bahamas that was given an opportunity. I wasn't Ole Miss's first choice, but I was the right one, and I was naive enough to think that I could do it, and that's what no ceilings means, that there's no limit. And so I'm just really proud to be the head coach here, and you know, I don't know what to say, Brooke. We're going to Seattle. I love Seattle. Let's go.
You already packed for Seattle. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Listen, Coach Yo took down Stanford, and the Ole Miss ladies are going to the Sweet 16 for the first time in 16 years. It's stories like this that make March Madness wonderful. And I knew from the beginning of this, before this March Madness gets out, I told you, like, I am more excited for the women's games. There's some great competition out there. These women have really, there was great men's games too, of course. But I'm excited for them. And the Sweet 16, there's two of the brackets are in Seattle. So it's big time in Seattle right now. All the women are out there. We've got a lot of great stuff happening. So excited for that. Excited for that. What else took place? There's so much that went on. Miami took down Indiana. I've got a video about that one later on. The first, this was dope. I saw this. Shout out to Ms. Bollandy and No Plays Off because she had made this post and I read the article. So this year, over 231,000 fans came into the arenas across the country to watch the Women's March Madness in the first two rounds. That beat out last season, which was 217,000, which broke the previous record high, which was in 2004. So since 2004 to the last 2 years, these ladies in March Madness have been going crazy. Iowa, Caitlin Clark. Well, Iowa's first and second round games, they sold out in 53 minutes. 53
Jesus.
minutes. 53 minutes for college women's basketball. Can you imagine if that ever could happen here for our Lady Rebels? And shout out to the Rebels. They had their 22-game win streak fall short against Michigan on Friday, but they really showed out. I mean, they played hard. They got to be on a national stage, and they also got to show off Desi Ray, who was ranked at number 12 in the players' win shares. Which, I mean, look at the names she's with: Maddie, Caitlin Clark, Mackenzie, Aaliyah Boston. These are all these beasting. So congrats to her. Congrats to the Lady Rebels for making a great season out of it, being back-to-back Western Conference champs. Western, what's the Western Athletic? I don't know. I always Mountain West Conference champs. That's it. So that was pretty dope. Did you get a chance to watch it?
Teams in the SEC still going? Isn't like Isn't like Don Stolly's team and LSU and all these girls? Aren't there like four of them still like
I'm
going
not
in
sure
the?
if there's, I don't know exactly, but I know Dawn got her 400th win as the Gamecocks head coach this weekend.
Yeah, I think
So,
there's still four of them in the SEC, that conference that's still in these brackets. I think the women's,
well, I
to
know
your
we can
point,
look.
has
I got
been.
a bracket. I got a bracket here. Let me pull it up and see if we can see. Oh, yeah, it's too small.
Yeah, I
But
can't
this
see
is
that.
the, yeah.
But
Well,
I
you
think I
see,
just read somewhere it's
Iowa,
like four of the SEC teams are still in there. LSU
well,
definitely is one of them.
LSU,
South
yeah,
Carolina is one of them, and then there's two others that's still in it too.
huh,
This is to your point with the growth and the passing records of attendance. The
yeah,
women's end of this whole March Madness has definitely been more exciting, and I think it shifted for the simple fact that the upsets of brackets breaking on the first day of men's is caused people to warrant to shift their focus onto the women's, because no brackets are getting busted like that in that women's. It's all highly competitive. It's like all fair to a certain degree. Some upsets, but not like this men's. I mean, off the gate, you had less than 0.4% that had a complete bracket by the end
yeah.
of one day of March Madness of men's.
Well, and I feel
So
like
why
a
not
lot of
shift
it
that to the
too.
women?
I feel like there's a lot of guys in the. I think the transfer portal has completely changed the NCAA men's game. Like, hey, like there's already a guy from Arizona who's getting the transfer portal after losing. So these guys are making rounds. They're going to keep moving until they find the great situation. Women are sticking there. I mean, they don't have necessarily the opportunity to keep on moving around. So, but they're making their names known. Like they're.
They are, but I think the attendance and everything is just a shift on it because it's just better sports watching. Like, I feel like better games are played in these women's tournaments than the men's. Like, I'm not
Right.
really excited on any of these men's matchups now. Now that my bracket's busted, I could care less. But with the women's, it's a lot of stories being told in there. It's a lot of great games going on. A lot of nail biters. I mean, it's an
A
exciting
lot.
tournament. I think it's a more exciting tournament than the men's at this point, in my
I,
opinion. I mean, we always want to see who comes out in the top after Sweet 16, but
absolutely.
the
Absolutely.
women's, it's just a go. Really
It's a big
is.
deal, and you know what I've been loving a lot lately too is seeing the smack talking back and forth. Like you didn't always see that in women's basketball, but you're seeing it more now. And this past weekend, I guess the name Haley is prevalent because there was two Haleys that put their name out there for some of their antics or discussions on. So I got this for you. So you got Haley Cavender from Miami. She shushed the Indiana fans on their home court when they beat out Indiana, the number one seed. And you got Haley Van Leith from Louisville, who had that exchange on court with Sonia Morris from Texas after the win. So here's that.
Calmly makes the first. And the second.
Yeah. Oh man. And then you also got Caitlin Clark. So she helped her team. I think it was against Georgia on Sunday when they advanced the Sweet 16. She assisted or scored 31 of the 33 points for the
Yeah,
entire
I saw
Iowa
that.
team. Insane.
Yeah, she's beasting for real.
Beasting for real. I do want to show one more video though for Maddie Segrist. She plays for Villanova. So she actually passed. You know, Kelsey Plum had made this record about what 4 years ago for UW, 4 or 5 years ago, when she became. They had to have the longest streak of 36 straight, or she had 35, I think, straight games with 20 plus points. So that's the longest streak of any men or woman. Now another woman advanced
Just
her,
broke that streak. Yeah, she tweeted
just
about it
broke it,
too.
Maddie,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah,
And
Maddie
this
did.
is here's her and her discussion on women in
I'm
sports.
so glad that our team is getting so much publicity this year, and like that, women's sports are like they're really hot right now, and women's basketball is really continuing to take off. So whatever I could do to help my team and to help all the women who play basketball and all the young girls, like if they could see somebody like that and look up to that. And I always try to remind myself that when sometimes like it gets like it's like it seems like it's a lot and it's a little too much, and then I just remember like if you can impact like one little kid's life, then it's worth it.
Absolutely, she's 100% right.
Absolutely, 100% right. And to know that that streak was broken by two females, like two women, have made that record, which is
Yeah,
just speaks
phenomenal.
speaks to the women in sports.
It
So
does. I mean, she's not lying. No
she's
lie
not
to truth on
lying.
any of that about the women's sport picking up and getting steam and recognition. We're seeing now, like you said, the record attendance breakings. So it's
Yeah,
starting
it's
to come
pretty
in
big
full
time.
circle.
Big
Finally,
time. Shout out to Jorge. He's asking if we're going to talk about the new hot player for the Raiders. We
you
will
know we're gonna talk
discuss.
about my Jimmy
We
fineness. You
we
already
know we're
know.
going to talk about Jimmy G and what he's got coming
You
up,
know we
free for
talking about
life.
Jimmy Gorgeous. You already know I'm talking about Jimmy Gorgeous. You
Of course,
already
and
know that,
but we're gonna
Jorge.
get through some March Madness, so that
We have to
and then
get through
just
just our. She's got us going through these topics, y'all. So we gonna pull through it. She's gotta.
just I know y'all be waiting for the Jimmy G.
We gotta talk about it. I mean, I know we're gonna
We
talk about it. Don't
are
worry.
going to
Hang
talk
tight.
about. I just want to make sure that everybody remembers is that the Bird and Tarasi show is coming back for Women's Final Four.
That's great.
Now, if you remember last year, both of them had their red cups. They were drinking up. They were talking a lot of smack. There was a lot of innuendos there for the grown and the grown adults out there. But it was a great show, and I'm really gonna look forward to seeing both those ladies share the screen again. So, yeah, that's all I got for the women's basketball. So I'm excited for that. Again, the Sweet 16 is happening. Believe it starts on Friday for majority, and then I think Friday and Saturday. After the men's, listen.
Talk about your weekend. Talk about your weekend and what you had to do.
Hey, listen, shout out, shout out to my boy Tarek. And shout out to Kenny. Kenny, I appreciate you for lending us a couch again at the Cosmo. There is no better place to watch March Madness as far as a viewing party than at the Cosmo. I mean, it's a phenomenal inside. There's plenty of activities. There's basketball hoops you can shoot at. There's unlimited liquor and drinks. There's unlimited food. There's snacks just buckets.
You have a video. You posted a video on Girl Chat Sports. You got that same video to show everybody?
I don't have it on here. No.
Yeah. So everybody go over to Girl Chat Sports because the description
on Instagram,
she's describing on Instagram on Girl Chat Sports pales in comparison to the views that we need to see what she experienced in that, from the walk up to the buffet to the snacks to everything. It's just probably one of those most elite and upper echelon places to watch an NCAA tournament.
Yeah,
like
the Cosmo,
it's definitely golden. And it's in that Kelsey Tower. Like, you can't beat that. I feel like it was a secret alcove to get there. Like, I felt like
I felt like it was too. Like, you had to really remember where I was at to go find the place.
I feel like you had to be real VIP to even know where that was. Like, everyone else was crowded in the sports book in the lobby of the casino, thinking that that's their only watch. But when you go up there, it's like a whole nother thing. It's super
cool. It does have a little ticket, that you got to put up for it. Or if you're a big gambler or whatnot, you might get a little comp here and there, but it's amazing. I mean, I don't think there's anywhere else that I'd want to go spend March Madness if I had to be out the house. It's gonna be
I believe it. I mean, I get it. I understand
again,
that.
Shout out to Kenny and to Tarek for the hospitality on that one. That was amazing. And shout out to you and the rest of the people that came to hang out too. Natalie hung out for some.
I was there for a second. I wasn't there
for a hot second. I know you had to work.
Very walk in, walk out, but it looked amazing. So I'm glad you were able to enjoy that. Shout out to those two to provide that for you and for us.
Yeah, and they also have like the MGM, the BetMGM right outside the front door there. So people are making their bets throughout the entire time if you don't already have an app set up. So they're doing live bets. That was dope. I mean, we got to see amazing games. The FDU team, the 16th seed that became the second men's team in history to beat a 1 seed was dope.
Never heard of Fordham. Never heard of it.
I didn't even know if anybody's out there listening, I still don't know where Farley Dixon is. I have no idea. Farley Dixon
I need
University.
to meet the person that even attended it.
But what's crazy is their coach just got picked up by another school, and it's I forgot the school he was picked up, Iowa, or he got picked up by somebody, and that's a major big move. Make your way into the bracketology, you get seen, you get picked up, and now he's got like a 5 or 6 year deal. Also, we got to talk about Princeton. Both the women and the men, because who knew Ivy League schools could ball like this during March Madness? It's been insane.
Because they sure can during football season. I mean, it was crazy. It's insane. It's very surreal. So yeah,
I can't. Yeah. And then you had Arkansas beating the defending champs, Kansas. Kansas is out of it. Like, I still have Gonzaga as my bracket winner. However, everything getting up to that point, I don't even know
I
anymore.
had Purdue. I had Kansas. I'm done.
We got the men's bracket. So you see that there's 3 teams for the men's SEC still here. You've got one for the Big Ten. It looks like one from ACC, one from the Pac-12, one from the Ivy League, which whoever thought you'd see the Ivy League as a conference in the Sweet 16?
All that's going to do is even boost a bigger transport portal and have athletes that think they can just come from Princeton.
And San Diego State's still in there. So you got one team from the Mountain West. Like, this is amazing. And speaking of amazing, what's insane is that the Sweet 16 are going to be here for the West Regional bracket, which is at T-Mobile Arena. So tomorrow is going to be insane. Tomorrow, you've got Arkansas versus UConn at 4:15. You've got Gonzaga versus UCLA at 6:45. I'm still trying to work my way into that last game because that's like a big, not only West Coast, but a Washington thing. Like, no matter what, I might not root for Pac-12 teams, but we're all going to I'll root for Gonzaga. I feel like they were kind of under the radar this year. They're coming in. This could be it for Gonzaga.
Not like they ever won one before. Gonzaga was a sleeper before and came back winning, being champions. I mean, they've
never
been on
know
fire before, but you never know.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be crazy. And then you got those on Thursday. You've also got Elite 8 games on Saturday here at T-Mobile. Yeah. So big time there. I'm switching it out real quick over to the NIT because the NIT has their semifinals and finals here at the Orleans. So shout out to Steph, our girl Steph. They're out there. The Orleans is going to be the showcase for the NIT. I think right now you've got North Texas, Wisconsin, and then you'll have the winners of the Utah Valley Cincinnati and the Vanderbilt UAB. So, yeah, it's crazy. I can't. I do want to talk real quick before we get into your guy, Finji.
Gorgeous. Jimmy Gorgeous.
Jimmy Gorgeous.
Jimmy Gorgeous.
I just listen. I don't know. Did you watch the World? Did you get a chance to see it? I watched it during dinner last night and couldn't believe it. First of all, just so you know, Japan barely beat Mexico the day before. So they were down 3-0, the bottom of the 5th or 6th, came back, had a walk-off home run, and beat Mexico to play USA for the championship. They go into the championship, and it was such a good game. I love this picture because they also have Ichiro Suzuki's jersey in here because he was on the last team that won back in 2009. And of course, he's a Mariners guy. So, but they've now, I think, won 3. I think so the World Baseball Classic, I didn't know, was every 4 years. It's every 4 years. I don't think it's always in Miami, though, but it was in Miami this year. What's insane is that Ohtani, he wrote this in high school, this list of his goals every year from age 18 to 42. And at age 27, it says be a member of the Japanese World Baseball Classic team and MVP. He did that. He's 28.
Nice.
Insane. This man, his name has already been in people's mouths and conversations. We all know how a great athlete he is, but I think after last night, it just opened the world's eyes to just how amazing he is and just how incredible of an athlete he is. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm definitely now a big World Classic fan. It was fun. I think even Mike Trout said like this was the best 10 days he's had. Like he had just an amazing time. And I think the part of the fun part of it from last night is that it came down to 2 outs, down by 1. Mike Trout is up and Ohtani is pitching to him. So their teammates are pitching and playing each other for the final out. Mike Trout swings out. He struck out, but he swung strike for all 3 pitches, which apparently he's never done, but like 4 or 5 times in like over 6,000 at-bats in his career. So that's pretty major for Ohtani as well. Yeah.
8 more days from MLB baseball. That's all I'm counting down to.
8 more opening day on the 30th.
Gabe Kaplan in the San Francisco Giants and his finest. and we get to see all of that. So I'm really looking forward to that.
We
And I'm
get
gonna
we
put
get to
my
see
Dodgers.
Gabe.
Yeah,
I
we
mean, we
got him.
don't care if he has the uniform on or not, but
8 more days to
Gabe.
Gabe. Countdown.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they had Gabe as the next head coach for the World Series of baseball. I
They
think,
need to. They need to. Why not?
they'd probably get a lot more
I had no
fans.
idea. First of all, I didn't even know this was going on. You're talking about something, and you might as well be speaking Japanese because I had no idea that this was a thing. You're asking me, like, did you watch this? I'm like, I didn't even know it was on. So
Oh
the
my
fact
God.
that they had this going on, I had no idea that this
Well,
was
I think I know about it just because, like, Seattle's always had a large, like, Dominican, Puerto Rican, like, players. And so, like, when it's like this year, like Julio, all Julio was posting was about his playing for the DR. And so you saw those teams. We have a lot of players that were playing on the Puerto Rico team. We have a player that was playing, I think, on the Haitian team or something. And then you've got you at, so everybody, is kind of playing for their designated teams. And it was just, yeah, it was good times. It was a good show. So it just makes you ready for baseball. I know there's a big event at Circa happening on the 30th for the opening day of baseball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting.
I'm
So
gonna wear my Dodger stuff. Wear my little starter jacket. Come on.
yes, it'll probably still be cold enough to wear it. Shoot.
No, we're not gonna get any warm weather till May. I feel like this is crazy. I don't know. They're saying April we'll see 70s. We're only one more week of March we've got, so let's just power through it as best as we can, I guess. And then we're gonna be complaining when it's like 120 degrees. So we can't win. I know.
I mean, here's the deal. I can't. In Vegas, you can't complain about the heat because it's gonna be hot. We all know this. We can just be like, again, but we know it's happening. But at the end of March, and it's 48 degrees at my house right now.
I don't know about you, but I still complain about the heat. I don't care. I feel like we get closer and closer to the sun every year.
I just feel like I know it's coming. But I know that there's not supposed to be there.
When I have it, I still cuss like a sailor, and I still be about it. Like I still complain.
You still be mad.
Like you can't win either way. We're that way. We just cannot win. I complain when it's too cold. I complain when it's too hot. There's no time to give us a middle. Like April's supposed to be our middle. April's supposed to be middle March, April. They're supposed to be our middle time to kind of breathe it on in.
Right.
We don't get that. I think we're getting from one extreme to the next. Like, when's our breathing period? That's all I want. I just want a breather. And I'm not getting it with this extreme cold weather and all this rain. This is not working.
Rain, the clouds. Listen, I can't function when it's cloudy outside. First of all, I want to just be in bed the entire day.
So gloomy. That's it. So gloomy.
And then, these dogs, Tilly can't just sit in the house. She needs to be outside. We were in the rain before because she's got to be outside to get rid of all this energy she got. Anyway, long story short, we're cold here. We're ready for some warm weather. At this point, the forecast doesn't even have us being above 65 for the next 10 days. And at some point, I believe Sunday, it's going to be in the 40s as a high. The 40s as a high.
Supposed to rain Sunday too, I think. I don't know. Bipolar weather. California's getting it too, so it's not like it's just us.
Because we're getting what they get. We don't want that stuff no more.
We're inheriting.
Did you see there was a tornado that hit in LA today, in LA County?
No, I didn't hear
tornado.
I didn't hear about none of that. All I know is when are we getting our in-between weather? When are we getting that surfing weather where it's 70,
when are we getting actual spring? 82? And is this going to cut into our spring, or does that mean that we can just delay the heat? That's my question.
These pools have opened, and you can't really go to the pools just yet.
I'm curious to see. I want to see the people that are out at these pools freezing their butts off. But that's
they got heated cabanas at some of them. But the fact that
but who wants to go to the pool and sit at a heated cabana?
I mean, I'm not expecting it to rain, but I mean, you're in this swimsuit and you're at the day party, and it rains all of a sudden. Even when it doesn't forecast to rain, the rain is
done. I'm out.
It just sucks. It's just
out.
It's just pickled right now. It's very bipolar, and I don't know. And it's windy as freak outside now. I'm hearing these winds going on.
It's terrible. Right? We're gonna get into your guy, Jimmy Gorgeous. Here's a little video of a compliment that he wasn't quite sure about how to handle.
Can't wait. What's up, guys? Appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Hell yeah, let's go.
Double X, man.
Double
X. Just for you. You're a handsome guy, man.
I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah. I would say
All
that
the
either.
men and women are going to be dropping down over Jimmy G.
I mean, if somebody's handsome, you just got to give them their props. Like, it's just like, you're gorgeous. You know you're gorgeous. You're the number one draft pick and gorgeous. People were picking Jimmy as the best looking quarterback even last season. When we were ranking it, Jalen Hurts, I believe, was number 2. They had Jimmy Garoppolo as the number 1 guy. The guy could be a model. He's beautiful. I mean, but I just need him to not get hurt. Don't hurt his face. Don't hurt his body.
Porn
I just
star
want him to
Jimmy
do well.
G in Sin City, says Jonathan. Yes. And that brings up a good
Oh yeah,
question.
because he's into that. That's his thing. I mean, he dates
Well,
a lot.
here's the deal. He got a special offer from the brothel workers. So apparently 2 ladies out here at the ranch brothel were so beyond excited that he was going to be joining them that they decided that he would get free sex for life from us just because he's a legit babe. And said Jimmy brought the Niners to the Super Bowl and he could do the same for the Raiders, the next big game in Vegas. So I'm going to go all the way to inspire Jimmy to go all the way. But it's not just the only offer to be made to Jimmy G. Apparently at Sherry's Ranch in Pahrump, Nevada, they wrote a letter to Jimmy saying that a celebratory weekend blowout with you and a few of your new Raider teammates to take advantage of the resort's themed hotel suites, bar and restaurants, swimming pools and jacuzzis, all expenses paid, of course. The letter continued that Sherry's invites you into the VIP bungalows with your choice of on-site courtesans, as well as a special playland with themed rooms to make you feel at home. Jimmy is getting courted by the brothels in Nevada. How
Well, he's
sweet.
dated former adult entertainers, and that's his track record. So it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, he can't go there. He's got to definitely put on a monster crazy disguise and have a hella 100 or plus entourage just to blend in if he's going to take advantage of that.
It would take a
Sounds
major
like a stellar
disguise.
deal,
You need
though.
like a whole mask because you can't not see his face and know who he is.
Stellar. He's got to have a beard on. He's got to do a whole different transformation. He honestly, that's quite the package. I mean,
Yeah.
Gosh, what do they do for their regular VIP members? I know they tight. They're like, how does dude come on a regular every Saturday night ringing the doorbell? That's crazy.
I know. Listen, I can only imagine that he's getting the full-on VIP treatment.
You ever see that hot tub time machine when they be like, Great White Buffalo? That's Jimmy Garoppolo. You'd be like, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo, man. Big time.
Jimmy gorgeous, man. He's
big
fine.
Time,
Flash that smile, dimple in the chin, chisel little,
dimple ever.
Just play, honey, and get us to the promised land. You have a track record of doing so. Just don't get hurt. Please get us to the promised land. That's all I ask.
Well, you're going to need some more team besides him.
Yeah, we've been doing quite a bit. We've been drafting a few new safeties. We,
I know you got the tight end, OJ Howard, too, right?
Whatever.
So we're looking at more of a run game or pass to Devontae. I mean, I only.
Okay. OJ Howard had 44 passes thrown to him and only catch 33 of them last season. Okay.
Wasn't he on the Texans last season or where was he last season? Well, that could be the reason right there.
We'll see. All right, OJ. We'll see.
Jonathan A., I saw your post too. He said he was he was out here in Vegas for March Madness, had a good weekend. Hey, listen, this is the spot for everybody's March Madness weekend. You missed if you catch the rewind. I talk a little bit about my experience this weekend for March Madness. It was dope. Vegas is the spot, and it will be again the spot this weekend and tomorrow, because tomorrow is when the Sweet 16 start for the guys over at T-Mobile.
Yeah,
and then we got the Elite 8 on Saturday. So
yeah,
it's going down in Vegas. Along with in Vegas, our Golden Knights are doing well. They won last night 4-3. We're still in first place. I was surprised when they showed the rankings because we're first, Kings are second, Kraken have slipped down. We're literally, I think, 2 points above the Kings, but it's going to be a fight to get for those playoffs and to get home ice. So looking forward to that. Big shout out to Jack Eichel. Had a hat trick on Sunday. 3 goals versus the Blues. It's his 3rd career hat trick. I think like his 26th goal of the season. So that's pretty dope. I wish I'd been there for a hat trick. I love a good hat trick because you can throw your hat out there. I'm curious to know how many people threw their hats though, because you get new hats and people get kind of scared about having to toss it. You know
Yeah, I
what I
wouldn't have
mean?
tossed my hat, but I'll wave my little finger ring of Jack Eichel I have. I have it sitting on my desk at work, so maybe that brought good luck. That's good
Maybe
for
it
me.
brought good luck. Yeah, maybe it did. Our Vipers, shout out to Quan over at Girl Lacrosse Studios for this picture, but our Vipers
Won
got
their
their
first
first
home game.
dub.
First
What?
game and first home game. Jesus.
In the picture here is Sean Price, who had 1 touchdown. The other wide receiver, Jeff Badette, had 2 touchdowns. We only saw 1 quarterback this game. So Luis Perez had 3 touchdowns. Brett Hadley did not play at all. Good game. However, here's the issue. Vegas was up 29-19 to start the 4th, up by 10. And with about a little over a minute, the Guardians scored a touchdown, and because they missed the 3-point conversion is the reason
Right.
why we basically won.
Yeah. But I'll
You
take it.
can't
A win is a win. That's why I posted
I'll
on my
take it.
post. A
I'm
win
just
is a
saying if
win.
we gotta keep
A
you
win
gotta
is a
keep
win.
pushing, you know,
I'm
gotta keep pushing.
not even tripping. A win is a win. They both were 0-14. Somebody had to win. I'm glad
Somebody
it was a win is a
had
win.
to win. But here's the issue. We got the Battlehawks coming in this weekend, and we know,
They
listen, the
ain't gonna win that
Battlehawks have been
one.
having like 30,000 fans at their stadium these games. They're coming to Vegas, and it's going to be quite the test for the Vipers. It's this Saturday. I don't know if it was 4 or 7 o'clock. I gotta check. Let me
I
check
think it's an
this.
early game. It's a 4 o'clock game.
Was it?
It's
Okay.
a 4 o'clock game. Yeah, because I wouldn't be able to go. It was a 4 o'clock.
Okay. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna go hang out and check on the team, see how it's going. But yeah, get out there, check on the Vegas Vipers. I think tickets start at like $15 or $16. Just a reminder.
$20. Somebody owes
Either
me
Uber.
$26, but
Uh-oh.
$20, nothing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Either Uber in or remember that you got to pay $20 a car to get in there. So either carpool or Uber in or do whatever.
Park your
But
car downtown and Uber for $5 there. How about
there you
that?
go. There you go.
You'd
Look
be
at
closer to
you.
Cashman Field that way. It
Little
may be
Girl
a
Chat Sports
good
tip.
flex.
Hey.
Might be a better flex to do that. Get in and get out. $10 round
Right.
trip instead of paying that
Right.
$20.
Hey. Before we leave the Vegas sports realm, I did want to do a big shout out to, listen, I don't know about you, but watching all the March Madness commercials, Asia Wilson, all over them. This girl has been busy in the off season. She's getting her bread. She's stacking. I mean,
Good.
she's amazing. Another busy person has been our girl, Kelsey Plum, because
Yeah.
Kelsey has been doing stuff left and right. And in her latest venture, she's with State Farm. Check it out.
What if I change my policy?
Oh, State Farm's there to help.
And what if they change the value of a three-pointer? So half court is 5 points.
Easy. How about from the pretzel guy?
That's 8 or 9.
From the parking lot.
12 and a half. Over.
From way downtown.
50 points. Yeah, that sounds right.
Watch the NBA on ESPN, presented by State Farm.
I love it.
I love it too. And JJ Redick on there. Yeah, it's dope.
Yes, that's dope.
Showing that our women are pros. They can shoot from a bus. They can shoot
Hello.
from
Hello. All
we
that.
need to be taken seriously. We don't need to be compared to a roundup against a college men's team. Are you kidding me? So insulting.
And I will say this. I mean, we've seen women in the commercials for around March Madness, but I had not seen this many women in March Madness since watching it this year. I've seen a lot more women in commercials, and I think that's just, it's great to see where this is going. And of course, women are breaking ceilings wherever they go. We can talk about NBA is coming up. I know your Lakers. Have they started yet?
Girl, I'm watching this game. Okay, I'm all in. And shout out to the Golden State Warriors for beating Dallas Mavericks.
They did. And Luka's back too.
Close, yes, game.
Wow.
This is a doubleheader day. So we had Golden State, Dallas Mavericks in Dallas, and Golden State. This is their second win on the road.
Yes.
They broke their 11th. They broke their 11th road loss streak. The last game.
Finally,
their second one. Listen, don't count Golden State out. I need people to stop it because as long as Steph Curry is out there living and breathing, you're gonna have a chance. You're gonna have a problem.
It's still Steph Curry.
There, you're gonna have a problem.
All he needs is a chance. All he needs is a little wiggle room.
And he has it. He has it because of who he is. And look at it. Look.
This is our standing so far.
Look at it.
So what's crazy is look at that play-in tournament and look at seed 4 through 10. Mm-hmm. They're literally 1 to 3 games apart.
Yeah.
Like Lakers have 35-37. The Warriors are 37-36, but they're in sixth.
Right.
We got 3 weeks left, and it literally could be anybody's game. Pelicans, Lakers. I mean, both those teams can make it in. Anybody else can get bumped out. And
We're
then, of
still
course,
playing without a LeBron today right now.
right. And then you've got the Clippers where Paul George just got injured. So
Yeah.
how low is their stock going to be dropping now?
That's why I said, don't count these Warriors out. Like, people are dropping like flies. They're dropping like flies. Stuff's happening. Jeremy Grant just got out tonight. I'm like, Carl Anthony Towns, he's making his debut back. Johnny
He
came
got
lately.
back, yeah.
Thank you, because now I'm in a consolation round with your butt, because I've had you on the bench this whole time and never dropped you.
Since November, the end of November, you've been holding him in the
You're
IR,
supposed to be
huh?
out 4 to 6 weeks in November, sir. And you just now coming back? Get it. What's the point? And I was always scared to drop him because somebody pick him up if he was going to be active. They never gave us a timetable of when he was coming back. So today is the time when he's coming back?
Today was the day he's coming back.
Thanks.
I mean, what's crazy, and then you had the Nuggets who are number one. They had like 5 losses in a row.
Yeah.
And Jokic has not seemed to have been his usual self. So they're taking a tumble at the worst probably time.
And that's why I say the number one teams in the league with the most wins,
know.
sometimes they don't ever make
know.
it. Never can make it.
Shout out to Andre Wade. We just talked about Jimmy Gorgeous.
We did. I don't know where you were.
So you'll have to hit the replay and hear all about it and the bunny ranches and whatnot. So make sure you check back with them. Hey Alicia, thanks for tuning in. Jonathan said the street clothes post in the group was real disrespectful. I mean,
it was, but was it not facts?
It was facts.
I mean, the guy cost us the game the other night, losing to 1 point when he didn't have the street clothes on. What was that all about?
Right. Speaking of street clothes, I think there should be a new person called street clothes.
Well, that's inevitable. When he hurt his foot in summer league.
I mean, but Zion's been cleared to return to on-court activities, but we're still looking at another 2 weeks after for reevaluation. We ain't really seen Zion.
He needs to be on the gridiron. That's why.
I think Ja Morant's supposed to be back tonight too. I don't know what time that game was.
He was back last night.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he's already back. Or the night before last.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well, he got back. We talked about Cat being back. We need to talk about this guy here, Dylan Brooks, man. Had his 18th technical of the season. Here's what he said about having basically been fined $250,000. It's just paper. Oh, really?
I don't like him.
I don't like him either.
I never liked him. I don't like him on the court.
You just wasted $250,000 talking about it's just paper. Well, there are some people that don't have that or not even close to that.
And that's fine if that's what you feel like, but don't be beating up my players like that. You gonna keep wasting that paper too. You sound dumb. That was $200. That was the paper you could have had in your account. That could have been the paper you had in your mattress. That could have been the paper that you did on just buying a new whip.
But your whole retirement right there.
Trick it off by beating up on my players on the team and fouling and over fouling and doing what you do and play dirty. And now you're talking about it's just paper. You sound dumb.
He's way too much.
It's just paper. Is that what your justification is for your behavior, sir? That is just that makes you grow an inch. And I'm talking about an inch below the belt. Is that what makes you feel good? Because it sounds stupid.
Very.
It's just paper. Boy, stop. You know you looking dumb paying $250,000 for technical foul and all these people like that. For unnecessary technical fouls. For what? Some of those technical fouls you lost in those games. So now you really need to have a seat.
Several seats, please. Several. Take all the seats.
Can't stand him. It's ridiculous.
When's LeBron supposed to be back?
I don't know. We thought he was coming back this week. We thought he was coming back for this game. I don't know.
He got that highest points scored and it was like, man.
Well, now they're talking about his arm and all this other crazy extra crap. Listen, I don't want him back. It's fine for me. I'm fine with it because these young Tito's and
Reeves, right?
And all of them, and Austin Reeves and all of them, they're balling out there. They're actually
Reeves gonna get some money next season.
And I love it because if the old man was out there, they'd never get their hands on the ball. He'd be on the
Speaking of which, I just heard his name off the show. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be running it all the time. So no, it's good.
Well, good for him.
These kids are playing up, so I'm liking it.
Your young Tito's is pulling through.
Well, I hope they make the play-in without him. I hope he gets the time back in
Do
time
you
to
think
play
they
him.
could even surpass the play-in and actually get into the 6th seed? I mean, we
No,
can go
absolutely not.
back to that picture real quick because we're looking at. I mean, okay, Timberwolves got Cat back, so they'll probably stay in it.
We could get past
Oh,
the Jazz, possibly. Mavericks, we don't have a chance with. OKC. Ooh, with
Clippers are
SGA,
probably gonna
it's tough.
slip. They're gonna slip into play-in most likely, possibly.
Pels will probably
I don't
be
know.
there.
These
I don't know.
last few weeks are gonna be crazy. What's crazy is, did you check out my Bulls are in the play-in right now? They had the double overtime win over Philly. I'm just on a hope and a prayer. Come on,
We
Bulls,
need
make
to
the
hope and
play-in.
pray that Lonzo comes back sooner than what they said. And a
Listen,
whole
they
nother
said he
season
could
out.
miss a whole nother season for a
Right. That's what I'm
third
saying.
surgery.
Pray that ain't even really real. Like, for real. Like, that's crazy.
Where's Lamar at? We need to have a discussion with old Pops because
Yeah, we do. Know what he's doing.
I can't.
You sold us a bill of goods. The Lakers saw right through it. At least I did.
Man.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't
We
ready.
didn't know he'd need 3 surgeries.
How about stay your full term
He's
in
gonna
the
come
UCLA?
back when he's gonna come back at 35.
How about not drafts early? How about staying in college a little bit longer?
That part.
Do the whole 4
I
years.
feel like
Get
that's
developed.
significant for a lot of players.
Makes a difference.
Whew. But yeah, so we're 3 weeks out. It's about to get crazy, guys. That West Coast is looking real
Dangerous.
tough. Man,
Dangerous.
one bad night and you're done. One bad night, 2 bad nights, you could be booking your trip to Cancun.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I don't know. But right now the score is 26-23 into the first. We'll see what happens.
We shall see what happens. But good luck to y'all.
Thank
you know, I'll put it out there for you. Some NFL news. Hey, big prayers up for Foster Moreau, former Raider. So crazy. Can you believe this? So he was diagnosed, I think today, with Hodgkin lymphoma during a physical he had with the Saints. So here's what he said. He's like, basically, free agency was like a blessing because, had he stayed with the Raiders, he probably wouldn't have this full physical done. It's usually when you're switching teams, changing teams, getting picked up, signing free agency, doing new contracts. So he had the full physical at the Saints. They found this, and now he's going to be taking a step back from football. He's fighting this fight. Cancer's the new opponent. He said he's going to come back. He's coming back to the game. He's going to win this and come back.
Foster, you're young,
healthy, in shape. I mean, you've got this.
But
just a crazy story, man. Like,
beat it. And I love Foster Moreau. Yeah. Foster Moreau is one of my favorite tight ends. He was definitely clutch for us as the Raiders when Waller was not in. I hate that this has happened to him, and I'm very saddened to hear it. But I just think he's going to pull through. I know he's going to pull through. He's definitely strong-willed to do so. And I love his positive attitude regarding it. Very uplifting. It gives you hope on that.
Bless his heart. Yes, Alicia.
Yes, definitely.
It's crazy. I actually hadn't realized that he had left the Raiders or was a free agent and went to the Saints and was falling with Derek Carr.
I did, because we were talking about it yesterday, and I was saying, we got Waller gone, we got Foster Moreau gone. Like, I can't believe this. This is crazy. And then to hear this news, it's even like, wow.
Yeah. Shout out to Kente. He decided to join us after his Warriors.
Yeah, your Golden State Warriors won. I knew you weren't going to
2 games in a row. I know you're celebrating right now, Kente. I mean, that's
you got
big
to.
time. We talked about them a little bit. Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
Oh yeah, I know, because Mrs. Threets, she's the big Warriors fan. I know she's excited. I know she's excited.
She's always wanting to write them off one day, and then the next day she's like, "Oh yeah, that's my team. Yeah, it's your team tonight."
That's my team. Sounds like you and the Raiders.
Dude, man. I like winners. I just don't like losing. I don't like being a
Nobody
loser.
likes to lose, but sometimes that's just what happens.
47 years I've been a loser. I want to be a winner.
Oh, man.
I'm tired of being a loser.
Man.
Sucks being a loser.
Hey, listen, been there, done that. So some other football news. Mecole Hardman signed with the Jets, so Aaron Rodgers gets a little more wide receiver power there with New York. Texans have made a couple moves. They got Devin Singletary and Dalton Schultz from the Cowboys, man. Dalton was like Dak's #1 target for a minute.
I'm turning off the Devin Singletary thing, if anything. I'm like, what?
Or what about the Cowboys signing Ronald Jones? You just got rid of Zeke Elliott, and now you're signing Ronald Jones. I mean, I know they got Tony Pollard. I get it, but Tony Pollard got injured before, right? So come on.
They want Cooper Rush
Yeah.
to be this quarterback. You know, Dak's going to probably be gone the next season after. They want Cooper Rush to be the quarterback over there, and this is
I
what
don't know.
the
That's
move they're
just
making.
crazy.
This is the moves that they're making. According to my older brother, who's a Cowboys fan, he's like, they want Cooper Rush, and they're making all these crazy moves to make him be the stud because Dak is going to be gone. I was
That's
like,
wild.
I don't know. That's your team. Jesus. But Devin Singletary, not for nothing, wasn't getting as many targets and looks and runs as he should have anyway, playing with Buffalo. So it does make sense that he's gone because I had him on my fantasy league as well. But Texans, okay.
Hey, we gotta have to talk with our girl Natasha the Gransbury again, because in a matter of a week, her team went from looking still pretty nasty to now making some major improvements over there. They could be a
I'm
sleeper
still gonna draft
team
him for fantasy. It's okay. I'm still gonna try to get him. He gonna have more.
We also
runs
got
this
the
season being with the
Panthers that
Texans.
took on Adam Thielen. Listen, I didn't realize Panthers may be coming through because they got that number 1 pick. They're getting some weaponry for who they should decide to pick at number 1, and they got a lot of picks still too from some of the trades they've made. That's a man. I don't know. Then you also saw Cam Newton took part in the Auburn's pro day.
Yeah,
he still got that arm though. I'll give him that. He still got that arm.
Yeah, he does. He does. I mean, hey, football's gonna be interesting. I'm can't wait.
I know. Kente said in the NFL, these teams are just signing players just because. I mean, I think there's a little more reason behind that, but it does seem like there's a lot more just.
Well, you're going to see once we get
there's
draft,
a lot of free
and then
agents
once
this
you do
year.
the 2 weeks of preseason play, you're going to see cuts. You're going to see all the other mismatches. You're going to see trades. You're going to see everything before the beginning of the season. These are all, to me, in my opinion, preliminaries. Unless it's a solid signing, all prelims. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, yeah, we still got the draft. We still got not spring training. We've got training camp. I mean, there's still a lot to be said. There's still people that need to get places. I know my guy Bobby Wagner still hasn't signed nowhere.
What's up with that?
And I'm just waiting for him to be in Seattle. But the thing is that he had changed his Twitter backdrop from Seattle skyline after he left and became a free agent. Then it became all black, and there was a couple of dice in his profiles. People assumed he might be coming to the Raiders.
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
I know. Well, the time we don't know. Time still tells. You never know. It could still happen either way. He could be out there for whomever.
These new updates of signings I've seen through my timeline with Raiders. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, you never know. You're right.
I personally, of course, want him to come home and retire there, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Louise. Hey, leave it. I mean, Candy says it's not going to happen. It would just be, I could get my 54 jersey some more use. That's all I'm saying. It would be nice to have that jersey.
It's an excuse for her to go to a Seattle game to look forward to something.
Oh, I'm going to Seattle games anyways, but it would be nice to have Bobby on and know that he's there playing and there, on the field.
Okay.
It's just a wish. It's just a wish.
Right.
Hey, I do want to highlight a special girl power. Listen, if this don't show you that young women are out there and watching not only their parents, but older siblings or any person that's of relevance in their life, you got to give a big shout out to Jordy Barron. I don't even know how to pronounce the last name. She's the daughter of Oklahoma women's basketball coach Jenny Baranchik, I think it is.
Okay.
This was her. Unfortunately, Oklahoma lost in their game, but this she's so cute. Here she is.
Come on, Sooners! Do not let them stop you! Come on, defense! Get it, get it, get it! Boom! Yeah!
Let's go! Oh, yeah.
She's see like
let's go with passion and zeal.
Passion. Listen, she's either going to be a coach, she's going to be playing all
Dude, she
that.
is all the boosters. What we need.
She is
Let's
number one
go.
fan for life.
Pipes on
Exactly.
pipes on
Big
pipes, and they're
girl
screaming
power,
money.
Alicia. Seriously
Yeah.
amazing. And she's a wonderful, I mean, it's just, it's just a good time. So, yeah. I do have some sneaker drops
Okay.
that are coming
Get into
out.
it.
And it's amazingly that there's no Jordan 1s or Jordans period in my sneaker drops this week.
What?
So you're
Can't believe
welcome.
that. What?
First up is the Billie Eilish and the Nike Air Force One Low White. This will be out tomorrow on the 23rd for all those Air Force heads out there that still like to
For all
rock
the
them.
kids to see them all dirtied up. All the little girls that wear the wide leg jeans and the Air Force
Oh
Ones.
man,
Just for them to
all
be
of it.
Tints of scuffed up and dirty. Here we go.
Here you know it is. Now here's some new stuff. The New Balance, the Action Bronson with the New Balance collab for the 990 times 990 by 6, the Baklava. These will be out on the 24th.
I'm kind of shocked that Action Bronson would. It doesn't even look like something he would wear.
Well, this is his collab. This is his collab.
He's got a good soul support on. He's a very heavy guy, so maybe I don't know. That doesn't look like him. I'm
maybe
sorry.
that's the
If you
soul
ever saw
support.
who Action Bronson was, he's a big dude, long ginger beard, just heavy dude, big foodie guy. Like that doesn't look like him. I'm sorry. I can't believe you picked that. Maybe the brown represents meat, the green represents lettuce, maybe it represents some wasabi. I don't know. Okay. That doesn't even look like him. Like, really? That's Action Bronson picked that colorway out? Okay.
We got the Mellows. We got the Puma MB01, the digital camos. These will be out on the 24th. I don't even know. I feel like remember that Chinese finger like thing that you'd put your fingers in, they get stuck. That's what I feel like.
Handcuffs.
Yeah, that's what I feel like the sole looks like.
And then it's a rare. Yeah, it's rare, all right.
Yeah, it's rare.
You know, when they sit in these meetings and they go over collections and they go over materials and they go over colors and they go, I think you just run out of stuff. Because there's so many, and that's what I have a problem with Nike is you're giving too many of these players sneakers.
Well, that's Puma. That's Puma.
Oh, that's Puma?
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem too. You're giving too many of these athletes sneakers. They're all starting to run together and look alike. Something, I don't know. I'd rather do an apparel collection for a player than give me a sneaker.
Yeah.
Because whatever. Okay. Keep going to the next one. I have so much to say, but I'm not going to say it.
I know. I hear you. I get it.
Like,
now you can keep on giving women their sneakers, but I mean, some of them just seem like it's a lot.
I'd rather you highlight that.
Yeah. Well, there aren't a lot out there. So the Nike Air Maxes, the big bubble is coming back. You realize the bubble has gotten smaller and smaller over the years. Well, apparently they are bringing back the Max 81, the Max 86s. We've seen these before. With the big bubbles.
Yeah, we've seen these before.
So those are coming back in the original colorway.
Yeah, because we're running out of stuff with concepts to do. We don't know what
happens. Stussy and Converse are linking up again for the Check 70s. These are called the Fossil. These will be out on the 30th. A little emblem there on the side. Looks like pearls. I don't know about Fossil. I don't know. I don't see whether there's pearls on these. I mean, I don't know.
That's why I kind of like it because of the pearls.
I like it too, but I mean, I don't know how many guys are going to want pearls in their shoes.
I mean, guys are wearing pearl necklaces too, so I don't think that.
Touche.
I mean, I'm talking about vert rappers wearing like single pearl necklace, like pearls are in.
Really?
Right now. I used to have Rockies wearing them. Yeah. But I would rather see this sneaker in the black with the pearls. That would set me off.
The
I don't
black,
know if I like this.
Or like a black leather. Yeah.
I want to see a black canvas with the pearls, then I could go for it.
And finally, the New Balance 9060 Warped.
Rice. Those are ugly.
I mean, this is what I look at when I see like Balenciaga shoes. I see these like big, too much.
Pretty much. And
too much extra
their
stuff.
New Balances.
Yeah. At least these are a cheaper price point for those that are out there.
I'd rather do Balenciagas. Jeez.
Oh,
those are not cute.
Well, someone's gonna wear them. You know that.
Thinking like I don't know. I don't know.
I know.
These design teams. I just wonder what do they think.
Kid, they said the 70s shoes. You know, hey, just what it is. Yeah, the cement threes just dropped. I actually did cop those. I'm not sure if I'm
The
gonna
white
keep them yet
cement
though.
threes, I already have a pair of the white cement threes, so I didn't need to cop
Yeah.
another pair of white cement threes. I have my archive ones that are crispy white, so I didn't need to go grab another one. The ones, I don't know. I mean, they're Jordans. Whatever. You can go on
Yeah.
DH Gate and get all these shoes now, so I don't know. Get them for $25.
Have you gotten a pair off there yet?
I want to get the chunky dunks because somebody did a
Let's
video on the
try. I think
chunky
we should
dunks.
try the website. Each one of us should try the website,
I'm
grab a
getting a
pair, and
pair of
see what
chunky
we think.
dunks off of there. They look exactly like the real. Like there's slight
But
differences.
the pictures they show you versus
No,
what
no,
you
no. I
get.
watched a video of somebody that actually received the chunky dunks from DH Gate. And the thing with DH Gate is, and I'm gonna hip everybody on getting reps, you have to pick which site is the one that's the most reputable. And they have the reviewers, but pretty much they are on par to any dunk or any sneaker you want. And no one's gonna know.
Okay.
And then I'm in the point of my life, like, who's really gonna check me? I'm rocking a Louis bag, and I got designers. Who's really gonna check me and ask me, questioning me on my shoes? No one. So I feel like I could get away with it.
Yeah, there you go.
So that is at
Most
$35.
have.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it.
35?
At
Wow.
$35, 40.
It's
That's
gonna
why
take
people are
what, like
rocking
2
that.
months to get here for you,
No,
or?
they probably come in weeks. I mean, it's China. I mean, if they're making the same shoes out of the factory, and the only difference is the eye on it is off. Who
I
cares?
know.
You can't get the
Hey,
shoes. This is what you're forced. This is what the market is forcing us to do. We're going out
I
getting
know.
reps now.
Hey,
You
I
want
mean,
the
I've
shoes?
I've been
You
lucky
gotta
because
do.
here I got hip to a new place that actually has a local store here too, Hibbett. I didn't realize Hibbett was online or had an app. So when those cement threes were cleared and sold out on sneakers, I went to Hibbett. They had my size still.
Same price
Got
point or
them.
up another price?
Same price point, free shipping, free return, same thing as Nike. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
with
good.
it. Yeah,
That's
I'm with
good.
it. Yep. Hey, listen, I'm a little ahead of time, but next week I'm going to talk a lot about this. But I'm so excited for the Air movie.
It's gonna be great.
And it just got given 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which apparently is very rare. So
It is.
it comes out April 4th. Shout out to Alicia Gibbs. Hipped me to getting into an advanced screening. So I'll be headed to the advanced screening next Thursday on the 30th. And let's just say I'm literally counting down the days.
Yeah, I mean,
Literally.
100%. Look at the cast. I mean, they can't go wrong with it. They got everybody.
I heard, and
every
so
Hollywood
apparently,
juggernaut in it.
yeah, and apparently, what I've heard is that Michael Jordan personally requested Viola Davis to play his mother. Viola Davis.
Yeah.
What did I say, Viola?
Yeah, you mispronouncing names left and right. So
I know her, but yeah.
Viola, yeah, for sure. And that's why I said you got a Hollywood juggernaut cast. And then you resurrected Chris Tucker. Like, where's he been? So you got him in the mix. You got Ben Affleck. You got, come on.
Ben and Damon. Like, these are
And
the two.
Yeah, we haven't seen that since Good Will Hunting with them.
I
So
mean, come on.
to bring it back, of course, 100%. That ain't
It's
no
gonna
shock.
be.
It needs to be 100%.
It's gonna be legit. It's gonna be legit.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
They can stream that on HBO Max though. I could go home. I could stay home and watch it too.
Oh, I need to see. Look I'm wearing Jordans. I'm probably wearing a Jordan hoodie or Jordan shirt.
We already know you're very.
Well, you know, I might even I might even
be.
bring him with me.
You might as well.
I might as well. Like, why not?
Well. Why not?
I mean, this could be my +1.
Might as well.
They look at me crazy.
They ain't gonna look at you crazy. They'll be like, "Oh, that's Melissa. We already know.
We already know."
Yeah, save a seat for her. Move over.
Save a seat for MJ. Listen.
Yeah, move over.
I will definitely keep
money offers on that cutout. I know.
Ain't no one taking this. You know how long I've had this? I don't need no money for this. Is staying with me. This is it. Unless I'm getting like,
if you bring that,
unless I'm getting like 6 figures for Michael, I ain't giving up Michael.
Oh, shoot. Everybody has a price. Everybody has a price.
If you got 6 figures for me, let me know. That's what I'll put out there.
Well, if you bring it out, you never know. Take it with you. We all come up. If you come up, we all coming up. You guys know that, right? She needs to take it with her and see what she gets on it.
We'll see. So next week is the day before the screening, so I'll be talking about it again next week. But I just wanted to put it out there now because, well, we had a little extra time, and that's it. But we appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's been a great show. We're continuing Women's History Month. We look forward to ending the month next week. Although we should continue to celebrate women each and
All
every
the
week
time.
and
All
all
the
the
time.
time. But we're
And we
taking
do.
special
We do a
consideration.
really
Oh,
good
of
job of
course we do.
highlighting our
Yeah, we
women.
do.
We encourage
Yeah.
everybody else to kind of look into the women's sports. Support
Absolutely.
women. That's the message we need to
Absolutely.
convey. Like, support these women. Start going to some of these WNBA games. Watch this
Yeah.
NCAA women's basketball tournaments. Just follow up
I
behind
literally
your
almost wanted
favorite.
to fly out to Seattle this weekend. Like I really wanted to be there for the March Madness there. I just thought it would be such. Plus, not to mention, it's been sunny and 60 in Seattle while
I don't know why
raining
you didn't
here.
go. Instead of talking about it, you should have just gone.
I know, but I got
You
other
flex
trips I
on.
got to
She
do.
flexes on the
I
show
got
and doesn't
other
do it. Like,
trips
go.
to do, and I don't got. Unfortunately,
You could have gone.
they
That
don't
could have been
line
an
up the
easy thing to
same. They
go
don't
out
line up
there.
the same. I know,
You could
and
go.
it's the cherry blossoms. It's cherry blossoms
Why are you rubbing in
happening
Seattle and you're not even gonna go? You
because I
better
miss it.
go.
I just miss it.
Get your warm weather on. At least get a taste. And I
My
need you to
warm
go so you can bring it back to us. Like, anybody that's going anywhere warm, can you please bring it back?
Bring it back.
Bring
Unless
it
you're from
back.
Florida or Texas, we don't want any of what you got.
I don't want none of
Period.
that energy, but I do want the Costa Rica. I do want the Mexico. I do
Yes,
want the
yes,
Brazil. I do want the
yes,
Dominican. I do want everything
yes,
that's warm and humid. I
yes,
do want the Hawaii. I know we're
yes,
considered the ninth island, but you guys
yes.
stay here and you don't leave. Like, so you need I need the Hawaiian people to come on
Mhm.
out, just drop it off, leave. But they come in and they moving and they staying. So now we're the ninth island, but I need you to bring some
Bring it all
extra
back.
something. I need warmth.
Absolutely.
So if you go out there, please
Absolutely.
bring that warmth back.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Alicia.
the
We
sun.
need the sun. That vitamin D is great for you. Thank you, Kente. Said also celebrate Women's Month. Love the WNBA and college basketball. Mel always has been doing. Thanks, Kente. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
We're out there. We love our women and we want to support
Yeah,
them.
we
So
do.
that's been our show. It's been a great show. We appreciate you guys for tapping in. It was nice to have just a one-on-one with me and Mo. We've had guests on all month, so I appreciate the time getting to just chat with just my girl. If you've missed some of the show, if you missed the Jimmy G discussion, if you missed the March Madness recap, hit the replay or go to our YouTube, subscribe at Girl Chat Sports. It'll be posted there
Absolutely.
shortly. You can find us on all of your podcast apps, as well as go into Facebook and Instagram and follow us at Girl Chat Sports. We appreciate you. We'll catch you next week. All right.
Till next Wednesday, you guys.
Bye.